Hey, I'm NichBoy and welcome to Pocket. Now, do you like puzzles? Do you like dragons? Do you like Super Mario Brothers? Well, do I have a surprise for you, because today I'm playing The Witcher 3.
NichBoy.
Fine. Today I'm playing Puzzles and Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition. I want to play The Witcher. Puzzles and Dragons is in the top 10 most viewed video game series on YouTube, and I had never heard of it until someone told me that fact. But now Nintendo want to fix that, so they put Mario in it, and now I'm like, ooh, let's play that. So, let's play that. So this 3DS release is actually two games in one. You've got Puzzles and Dragons Z, 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 Z. And you've got Puzzles and Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition. So they've actually packaged the two games together. They're really similar. It's basically one just has a Mario skin. I'm gonna play the one that has the Mario skin because it looks like Mario and all the characters are all characters that I know. And it's not weird Japanese kids just running around sort of like saving the world when adults should be doing that. Let's play. The game at its most basic is a match 3 with some sort of RPG mechanics laid on top of it. And the RPG stuff is actually what you're going to see when you boot up the game. Now in here, I actually pick a team of people that I'm going to take out. So I'm doing the match 3 stuff, but then my team is also attacking the people that I'm playing against. You can see down the bottom, this looks much more like what we've come to expect from every single game on your phone. And then at the top, we've got the two enemies that we need to be fighting. We just need to match 3 colors or gems of the same type, and it will activate an attack. The really interesting thing about this game compared to normal match 3s is that you can move these gems to anywhere on the board. And every time you move them, you affect all the other ones. So I'm gonna grab this blue one and I can move it around here, line that one up and drop it in. And so suddenly I've matched 4. I've set off a bunch of other combos, but I've been able to move it around anywhere on the board I want. And that means you can position everything to build up bigger combos because you're moving all the gems at once. And I just destroyed them. I just totally destroyed them with one move because that's how good I am. That's how good I am at the first stage of the second world. But I'm still good. On the left-hand side of the screen, as soon as you touch the match 3 thing, there's a timer running down, and it's complete genius there because it adds this total pressure of, I want to line up as many things as I possibly can here. So you can see on the second row, I've got 2 fire sort of flowers there. I could potentially line up that whole row of flowers, but because I have to do it within the time limit, there's a real danger that I'm gonna mess it up and then I'm not actually going to do any damage. So let's give it a shot. Yeah. You go around, you go up there, and boom! Just huge combos. So anytime you get more than 5 matched, it sort of does like a super big combo. Okay, so the bottom is your sort of classic match 3 with the twist of being able to move everything around. Up the top, you're seeing the enemies that you're fighting and you're moving progressively through a dungeon towards a boss at the end of every level. So these are the 2 guys I'm fighting at the moment. The 2 and 1 above their heads indicates when they're going to attack me. Down the bottom here, you can see my row of 6 teammates. Each of these guys is sort of building up essentially mana or experience as I go through each of these dungeons, and once it reaches a certain point, they can then activate their superpowers. There's cool little ultimate abilities that activate as you get further through this dungeon. And there's a total risk-reward system built in with the health. I mean, this is one of those situations where I need to decide now whether or not I want to hit these adorable little Koopas in the face or replenish my health because I'm only on half and I know I'm coming up to a boss fight. Yay! Now we've got on the board the wood. It's wood. It should really be leaf because they're little leaves. They're not wood, they're leaves. Anyway, we've got super wood on the board, if you will. And so this one that is sort of spinning and glowing and looks all powerful, if you line it up in a combo, then it's gonna do a lot more damage. So I'm gonna try and put him in, oh no! Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Take it. Because I have been so good at this so far, I've got 4 of my characters there on the top row have their little S's, their little skills are now active. So if I completely just want to overkill this poor little guy here, I'm gonna hit A, so now you can see the skills that I've got active. So we've got Bash. Bash does 10 wood damage to a single foe. 10 wood damage. Let's just do 10 wood damage because right now we just wanna kill him. And so now I've got those other skills active. Something that's sort of interesting about that is there's no limit to the amount of skills you can use in one turn. So if they all pop, like right now in this boss level, so I need to defeat 2 of these paratroopers, I'm gonna start this by just activating all 3 skills that I've got on the board. So, Bash. Oh, such a grumpy little face. Green Shell changes wood orbs into water orbs. Yes, I should do that, and here's why. There's a whole Pokemon element. In fact, there's a lot of Pokemon elements in this game, but one of the Pokemon elements is that there are different abilities and different gems are stronger against certain types of creatures. So you can see both of these paratroopers have the little fire symbol next to their attacks. So that means they are fire-based enemies. The general rule is that fire beats wood, wood beats water, water beats fire. There's also light and dark, and they both counter each other. So because both of these guys are fire, I'm gonna do much more damage if I match up water elements. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm sorry, little flying buddies. Oh, 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 oh! Yeah. And that's how you win a game. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I really like this game. And I know it's kind of hard for me to talk about it without it just sounding like a giant info dump, but that's because every single part of this game is its own little complex mechanic that sort of needs to be explained to understand how everything else works. So there's not a single part of this that's sort of fat. Everything is something that you need to learn and then put into your strategy in order to progress through the game. But it is so much fun, and it is so surprisingly deep, and it's so not what I expected this game to be. And I guess that's the one sticking point that I have about this game, is that it feels weird to pay $50 for a match 3 game, no matter how complex that game is. But for me personally, I do think the value is there because this game is insanely deep and it's the second game on the cartridge. This is the bonus game when you bought the other game. So I think it's fantastic. But that's all the time we have for today's episode of Pocket, so NichBoy out. If you'll excuse me, I have 8 other Mario worlds to finish, then a whole second game to play.